Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Toka Monday Night live stream. We're talking about news today. TikTok news, specifically. Obviously, it would be weird if we just came on here and talked about
the world,
sports.
sporting.
He'll start stealing under the desk news's job.
Yeah.
Love to have them on sometime.
Same.
Actually, I'm mutuals with them. I should ask. That would be fun. Okay. Well
Do we
done.
have to get under the desk though, because I don't think I'll ever be able to come back up.
Do I have a desk that I can get under and also get a camera under? Absolutely. Because under my desk is because my desk holds a sewing machine and it's just wires everywhere underneath.
Well,
we actually have the money now.
I'll relocate mine to yours. Surrogate.
We actually have the money now to pay our live stream guests.
We can pay people for their labor.
Because our Patreon is doing really well. We're almost at our first goal of $1,000 a month, which is further along than I expected to be before the first month finished. If you want to help us hit that goal, you can check out the Patreon. I just linked it in chat. But yeah, let's move on to the news.
Do you want to start with that article you sent? Because I have been trying to parse what it means for the last 5 minutes, and I don't know that I can.
Yeah, let me just get it back up.
I can't tell if it's because I'm tired or if it's because it contains a lot of jargon. And it's one of those days where my brain is like, you could have just written this differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest, I probably could have spent the last 5 minutes reading it, and I was playing Dumb Dragon Game.
Right.
Dumb Dragon Game is important to me. And it's fine.
My 2 cents is, as always, porque no las dos.
I've been playing with the StreamYard features. I don't know if this keeps looping or not.
Ooh.
This makes me so excited.
Awesome, it does keep looping. Otherwise, this would be very impractical.
So,
copying and pasting the title over and over again.
Just stopping and starting the ticker function.
So 2 seconds after, we're like, okay, got to get in touch with Under the Desk News, got to get them in here, and then you're so ready, like
so prepared. We're so ready.
I also set our name boxes to be our branding color, or one of them.
Very nice.
Is this what happens when you're able to pay someone for their time?
It's almost like you get a product that looks like you paid for it.
Yeah.
In defense of my own irresponsibility and layaboutness, I am doing all of this stuff today in part because I'm procrastinating on other paid work I should be doing.
Okay, good.
That was due at the start of this month.
Whatever gets the motivation going. Right?
Yeah, it would really be like a terrible turnaround for you to not have at least one thing that you're just gently placing on the back burner as you take on more and more weird projects. Yeah.
It's so easy too. I just need to go through a talk and cut out good bits to make small clips of. All right, so this article, TikTok's new creator marketplace API lets influencer marketing companies tap into first-party data. I am going to just share the Chrome tab because I think we're going to have to just read through this together. So it's on TechCrunch, and we're trying to figure out what exactly this means, what they're saying. So you got TikTok is making it easier for brands and agencies to work with the influencers using its service. The company is rolling out a new TikTok Creator Marketplace API, which allows marketing companies to integrate more directly with TikTok's Creator Marketplace, the video app's in-house influencer marketing platform. So I don't know if anybody here has a better explanation, but to my understanding, an API is like a backend system that you can set up your own scripts to interface with so that you don't actually have to go to their website and use their UX.
I mean, basically, yes. That is what I have always been led to believe.
Right, and the
Fun fact,
features of
I used to write about these.
the features available on an API do not always uniformly match the features available on the site itself. For
Yeah.
example, Twitter's API doesn't allow third-party apps to let you pre-thread your tweets.
Correct.
Yeah, moving on. I just wanted to cover that just because this is not. I just want to clarify that because like the difference. TikTok already had a creator marketplace platform for brands to go to. I'm going to stop trying to explain why I was explaining things.
But it's
On the
because
creator marketplace website, launched in late 2019, marketers have been able to discover top TikTok personalities for their brand campaigns, then create and manage those campaigns and track their performance. The new API, meanwhile, allows partnered marketing companies to access TikTok's first-party data about audience demographics, growth trends, best performing videos, and real-time campaign reporting, e.g. views, likes, shares, comments, engagement, etc., for the first time. They can then bring this data back to their own platforms to augment the insights they're already providing their own customer base.
Okay. Okay. So it sounds like the API that they're doing. So the way I think of APIs is building blocks,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of like Legos, where every API can be a different shape, and you can plug it into whatever you're building. It sounds like they're essentially giving people who are looking at the API. Sounds like it's pulling the what we have for creator tools, but making that available, like the analytics available to people in the marketplace. My brain is worms.
You're doing
I
great.
lost all words.
No, but that is the clearer explanation of what's happening. So it's through the creator. The one thing we do know is that in the creator marketplace, the companies are given a lot more information than the creators are. There are insights in the marketplace that we do not have anything about. Like we can't access that ourselves. So what it sounds like is just essentially they're doing, it's like sort of all of our analytics plus the other extra stuff that they have on the back end that we can't see. They're just allowing them to pull whatever.
Yeah.
But this is one, it's interesting that it seems to be whatever.
That said, if you are a Toka member with over 100,000 followers and you are in the creator marketplace, we do have a marketplace account like Toka does. And if you want us to just like get some screenshots of your data for you, hit us up.
We can absolutely do that. We will happily rat on TikTok. The one thing it does, it has us categorized into.
Oh my god, the categories are so bizarre.
The categories are absolutely fucking wild, and we can go into that maybe on a different day. But like maybe, and this is maybe a note we should make for ourselves, that we should just do a creator marketplace deep dive and show everyone like, hi, this is what the backend looks like.
I will say I am almost positive that the creator marketplace is also run by the company OnePulse. I believe that's who engineered that particular algorithm. I only know that because the director of OnePulse tried to talk to me on LinkedIn.
We definitely should go over this another day, and we definitely can go over this another day. Also, I do have the list of categories just in an image file ready to go if you want to share it, if you want to see it now.
I think hold off on the list of categories, but I think the thing to talk about here is that one, TikTok's been around since 2016. Not maybe as TikTok, but as Musical.ly.
That is something as a TikTok organizer I should know off the top of my head.
It's either 2016 or 2017.
It's in there. It may have become TikTok in 2017.
Musical.ly was launched in 2014.
Oh,
TikTok in 2016.
Okay, so yeah, that's why 2016 stuck in my head. So TikTok as an entity has been around since 2016. It is 2021. It is Q3 of 2021. And they are just now allowing advertisers to pull the kind of data that they've been able to pull from Facebook and Instagram and every other platform for years.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why the ads on TikTok are such trash. And this is also why so many companies won't advertise or don't advertise on TikTok. Because there's no way to build a strategy because all you have to rely on self-reported data only.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why there are so many scam products on TikTok. Have you seen the one now where it's some kind of metal bean with a silicone case over it, and you can like strap it to your wrist, and it emits some kind of electric pulse, and it makes you fall asleep?
Oh, is that the one that Cecilia Spooky Boo was sent?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all I've been getting because they know I'm anxious. Then they're like, this one, she's on at 2 a.m. She needs this, right? But this is what I'm saying. It's like a miscellaneous company that sells one single product with a lot of dubious claims has become the thing, like the advertiser that has taken over my personal For You page.
Oh, my favorite thing is a lot of them are actually dropship companies.
Oh, a ton of them are.
Because, so speaking of only being advertised one thing, the only thing that they advertise me, a fat person, is the hula hoop with the weight at the end.
Ah, yes.
But if you ever click through, there are 3 different companies running that ad because they're all dropship.
Oh God.
TikTok is not vetting the companies in any real sense.
No.
They are kind of just letting whoever on. And maybe this will change that. Maybe this will mean more legitimate advertisers come on board and start looking at TikTok. But the current landscape in the marketplace is so strange.
So
The
my
only
brain
one I
just
get
went
on
on like a
repeat.
journey,
Yeah.
and this is going to be a massive non sequitur, but I would love to share where I just went.
Yeah.
So you know how TikTok is like in the process of reliving all of the like great dramas of Tumblr?
Yeah.
Just went through Bone Discourse. There's the TikTok can't handle having advertisers. These are things that happened after DashCon. I wonder if there is a group of like 19-year-old TikTok nerds who were planning For You page con for 2020.
No.
And just like
Did
the
we
world saved them.
did we avert a DashCon 2.0 scenario is what you were saying?
I wonder if, because like we've gotten to the point now where everybody talks about DashCon on TikTok, but like that wasn't happening when I first got here. It's possible that like coronavirus just like caused TikTok to slow down long enough for the people who remember Tumblr to get there and warn the children.
But here's the thing, the children don't listen.
No.
They don't listen. They point
because God damn it, we are old and we could never possibly understand how they are feeling.
If my hypothesis is correct and there are children who were planning For You page con, they are not going to give up. They're still going to try and hold it. It's not going to be nearly as big because way too many of the people who would have gone have now heard stories, and that is their first exposure to the idea of a social media platform convention.
Here's the thing. If it were in any way close to New York City, I would go.
I know.
And you know this. I know that you know, but I need to put it out there. If it did happen and I happen to be in a place where I could get to it without like committing to like buying a train ticket or something, I would go just to see. I just want to see.
You would go in a reporting capacity.
I would whip out my old press credential from MTV that I saved.
I'd pack a camping backpack because I know they're not going to be able to like help me survive.
I'll get my you know what I haven't worn in forever? My actual like photo harness, the thing I have for my camera so it's not pulling on my neck the whole day. Yeah, I'll look very legit.
I mean, I have my Tech Target press credential somewhere, so that one could look also legit, I'm sure.
No!
No.
Fuck. We've veered very far off the topic, but this.
I did warn you that was going to be fucking like so far away from.
But the general gist of this story, so we can maybe move on to the next story, is that, it does seem that TikTok is now, if you are in the marketplace, and you're not cool with TikTok and other like large advertisers taking all your information, now would be the time to exit, because your stuff's just going to get pulled by various companies into various databases. And it could be, in terms of like, is it good for creators to make money off of ad deals? Yes. Is it good for the platform to be inundated with ads? No.
But also, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I don't have the advertiser experience. I feel like a lot of creators who are doing either sponsored posts or advertising are not doing it through the creator marketplace.
No one's using the goddamn marketplace.
So like, are you really losing you're not really losing your opportunity to make money by leaving the marketplace? You're just
no, and this is the things
I've
that
had
I
3
have
offers
gotten,
through the marketplace. They've all been fucking bizarre.
it's all been like drop shipping businesses. I think we've all had the same 3. They just sent out mass emails to pretty much everybody.
Did you get Business Horse?
What?
Did you get Business Horse?
No.
I don't think we had the same 3 then.
Okay, never mind. Fuck off. But the
I like the way that things have shifted so rapidly too, because it just used to be coldest water for days. Like you could not go more than 10 videos without a coldest water advert. They're gone now, basically.
I still see coldest water bottles in people's videos.
Oh yeah, no, totally. But like
circle has taken over.
Yeah.
We're like promoting them all the time. I don't see them anymore, especially since
what happened with the coldest water is the coldest water was a really early adapter of TikTok. They were one of the few companies that was like, we actually make a product and we are a legitimate business and we would like to collaborate with people. And in terms of like what you are allowed to do in a coldest water video, they give you a lot of creative freedom. They trust the creator to make something. The problem is that they don't pay you enough money to make a single video, and they ask you for 10.
Right.
I was offered $180 for 10 videos. This is when I had 150,000 followers. And so what happened was a bunch of people agreed because they were, especially younger creators, they were like college students or high school students, and they were just excited to be taken seriously in any capacity, and be given the creative freedom to do whatever they wanted in the ad. And then they realized that they got like the short end of the stick. Coldest Water got 10 ads that they basically own in perpetuity. Like they own those. They can post those wherever they want. And they got paid somewhere between $100 and $200. Yeah. I've never seen anyone get offered more than 200. And so that's where Coldest Water went. People stopped working with them because it sort of like spread around of like, hey, don't sell yourself short.
That deal.
Well, because around the same time there were other advertisers trying to
so hard
do things, but they weren't even offering pay. They were offering a discount on whatever it was they were selling.
Yeah.
And so they weren't even getting people to bite because, like, absolutely not. They weren't even really offering product. They were offering a discount on product.
I'm not going to pay money to advertise for you. I'm sorry. This is and there's like, the distinction between being put on a PR list and getting free product and getting paid for the ads, and it's all very blurry on TikTok. And there's a lot of stuff around at this moment, like CBD advertising on TikTok, and people potentially getting in trouble for doing that because it sort of like depends on what the laws are in their state. It's all very complicated. The general gist is that if the company is not a company that has like a product and a website that makes sense, don't work with them. Yeah. But this is, you don't have to be in the creator marketplace to get offers. Everything I've gotten offered and every PR list I've gotten put on was through my email.
While we're on the topic of ads, I'm gonna kick us over to another article. This one is from Search Engine Journal, and it's, it's them just like reciting TikTok's propaganda about themselves, but that's worth us paying some attention to.
What does TikTok think makes a high-performing ad?
Let's see.
What do they claim?
I didn't actually have time to read even the introductory paragraphs to most of these today.
I want to know.
Um,
Tell me, TikTok, what do you think?
74% of users come to be entertained.
No shit.
The social platform recommends that you achieve this by engaging with both creators and the community through trending hashtags, making use of TikTok ads, and level these up with in-app effects. Sure, it kind of reads like an advertisement for ads, but they aren't wrong.
Level up.
Level up.
I mean, I'm familiar with the audio about leveling up, but not that just, okay.
Oh, okay. So that wasn't the first tip. This is just another subhead of preamble.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go.
I'm just dunking.
Video should be 720p at least. That seems, that makes sense. Vertical aspect ratio, that makes a lot of sense.
I follow
it's very funny that they need to tell advertisers that.
Who does the occasional landscape, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Oh my God.
Use of audio, using TikTok audios, adding sound of some description.
16.505% increase in impressions.
I have a question about the use of audios specifically. How does that not run into copyright issues? Because you are literally using.
No, you are okay. We will come back around to this in a second because you are stumbling into a fixated interest place with me.
I do, but
no, there's questions.
And the final tip is not only should your video be in vertical format, it should also be in like the aspect ratio of a phone.
Why is
this an article? I want to scream.
Can I we all take a moment to appreciate that advertisers are so far behind that they have to be told how to make a TikTok?
Yes.
In that you have to point your phone camera at something, shoot it, and then keep it in this format.
Hey, advertisers, if you're making an ad for TikTok, you should make it a TikTok. Don't make a YouTube video. It won't work out.
You should make it a TikTok. Who are the users not coming to be entertained? That is perhaps the best question that I have heard.
Especially the creators.
I'm coming to be enraged.
Who are looking for,
I think
not entertainment, but like social.
No, I think it's the trolls. You have a good portion of people who are quite literally just there.
The creators
to cause trouble.
I don't imagine that those people would self-report as not coming there for entertainment.
No, I feel like that is their entertainment. I genuinely feel like the people who are not in the entertainment category are just people who think they're there to learn something.
I mean, I think 3/4 of the people are there just to be audience, and the other quarter are there because they think they're going to be a celebrity.
Probably.
Fair. That's fair.
Listen, I am in the 0.00000 many 0.01% that's there to complete my therapy homework. So,
so we're doing great. We're all doing super well. I very much love that advertisers need to be told, like, okay, so if you want to make a TikTok, you have to make a TikTok.
For me, I'm thinking about
the copyright.
Well, I will get back to that because that's the thing that no, but I think about videos that I would consider to be successful ads that I will watch all the way through, even if I know it's an ad, right?
Yeah.
And it's pretty much just Call Me Chris. Because yes, it's an ad, but it's done in the style of her skits.
Yes.
So I'm still getting the entertainment of the skit. And they're also not,
Choreography, I want you to know that I see what you did there.
Music to sell a product.
My doorbell just rang, and I don't know if Nick hears it. Sorry. The children may be about to yell. Oh, he got the door. He did it. Okay. We are very capable in this house today. So the thing that like I think about what is he doing? Okay. There we go.
No, I'm the sandwich man.
Thank you, sandwich man. I love you. So it's not for you. The thing that sort of like is slowly eating away at me are advertisers using sounds on TikTok in ads. And like, at what point is an advertiser's account an ad, and at what point is it an account? And like, is it always an ad? Is every single video an advertiser produces an ad, or is it sometimes not an ad? And the answer is that's a huge gray area in terms of copyright law, because copyright is not kept up with anything, which is why it's so clunky and weird, and why so many people make a really great living interpreting it professionally, because it has not kept up with the reality of like the media landscape. So when it comes to songs, you will never catch an advertiser using one that wasn't like an official sound, because they don't want to get in trouble with UMG. They don't want to get in trouble with Sony. They don't want to get in trouble with Warner. But when it comes to user sounds, because TikTok kind of owns the copyright and we kind of own the copyright, we're just licensing it to TikTok. It does kind of mean that they can use it and not get in trouble, but it's existing within the gray area of the law, where it's like, there's no legal restrictions on it. It's not explicitly not allowed. Do I contact every advertiser that uses one of my sounds and say money, please? Yes. And one time McClure's used my sound, and then I got sent a box full of 6 jars of pickles. So like, sometimes it works out. They asked me what kind of pickles I liked, and it was great. And then I had pickles. Like,
I remember that. It was a good day.
That's my ultimate peak, is like, finally I am a pickle influencer. My my Scandinavian relatives are finally appeased.
Because again, that's very true that they do that. They can do that. It's like okay to do that, because if somebody like you reaches out and says, okay, hey, I was just having fun and now you're getting some money. Can I have a little slice of that pie? Oh, sure. Like most people will like do that if they're above board and everything. So again, they're still just kind of, and it's been going on for a good 20 years that they're all just being like, okay, everybody, don't pull the trigger on the bullshit. Like, just don't do it. Let's just keep this going.
There are a lot of companies. Every company operates differently within this realm too. And every company, like Burger King, reached out to me before they used one of my sounds. They asked me for explicit permission to use the sound.
Burger King's pretty chill.
Burger King is pretty chill. Like, I was impressed. I was like, oh wow, they really cover all their bases. But it's because they want to cover all their bases. They don't want someone to come back with like, hey, you used this in an advertisement and that was illegal. They don't want to get fined. Yes. But there are also plenty of companies like, Ritz liked one of my videos, and it is on my radar now of like, if Ritz uses my sound, I will immediately reach out to Ritz and be like, hey, in solidarity with your striking workers, Nabisco, would you like to send me a bunch of things and or a check? I will delete my own video to spite you, Nabisco. I will do that. That is there are many things like, if I could get Nabisco to have to delete a video because I deleted the sound and now they don't have access to it, I would be fine with that, because they're being monumentally shitty to their workers right now.
Right. See, but like, this leads me to questions like, does that mean that if copyrighted music or copyrighted sounds or, creator sounds are used in any of the videos for like the hot sauce harem love story thing happening, like, is that a potential problem? Because that's technically just a very long form advertisement for about, I think it's 4 or 5 different hot sauces.
That's what I'm saying. Is like,
I don't know what that is. I mean, I saw the Tabasco person. Do I need to know what this is later?
Yeah.
I can put a pin in it. Okay.
We'll break it down. This like, and continues to be a thing, is like, at what point is this an ad? What do we consider an ad?
And also, for the record, not sponsored.
I was just gonna say RIP hashtag ad.
But this is where we're at. It's like, we don't really have great legal definitions around what is an ad, what constitutes an ad specifically, and what is allowed to be used in that ad once you declare it an ad, and how do we define what advertisement is, because it's changed so drastically. It's no longer like, oh, I have to go and license this thing for an 8-week license in this particular region. Like, it's just not that anymore. Like, the scales that they have at all of the unions are just so out of date because no one uses them. It just goes straight to internet use.
Right.
Yeah, so this is it's a gray area because the law has not caught up, and it probably won't for quite a while. Anyway, I've been thinking about it a lot lately. Well, because it just keeps coming up, and again, I'm just waiting for Nabisco to cross that line with me.
I like how it almost feels like you're just laying little traps. He's like, listen, I know that my audios are gold.
I put nice sounds out there, and I wait for a company I don't like to use them, and then I delete the fucking video.
You need to go to find some sand and just write Nabisco in it and just stare into the camera and just take a stick and draw a line.
Cross it out.
Like, the line's been drawn, Nabisco, come at me.
Oh my God.
All right. We have many stories. I just opened up the Airtable again. There are so many.
Yeah, I've actually got the next one queued up.
What is the next one?
Sorry, I got distracted a bit writing a script for a TikTok.
It's okay, I got distracted too.
We're doing great.
Of life.
But does it say some are complaining that their TikTok notifications aren't working? Yeah,
here's the 411. Oh God.
The website's called Distractify. I'm not optimistic about the quality of the journalism.
It is Distractify. Oh my God. I haven't thought about Distractify in years.
I'm begging. I am absolutely fucking begging that any place that does any kind of journalism, regardless of the quality, when you talk about TikTok, can it be someone who uses the platform, please?
Yeah.
For the love of God.
What this feels like is like, no, this person's only opened TikTok one whole time, and that's it.
Like, listen, the
here's the 411.
Like that. It's fine to use archaic phrases. Don't use them about a phone app.
Don't do that.
When they refer to using a landline phone.
Yeah.
That.
It's just, listen.
The subject you're talking about draws attention to the incorrectness of your metaphor.
Yes,
I googled it too. Distractify was launched in 2013. I mean, that's when 411 was like the pinnacle of language to use.
No. 411 is Lindsay Lohan in Parent Trap era. There was also a short called Disney 411 that would come on in between shows.
411.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're talking like mid to early 2000s. We're talking 2005 at the latest.
Anyway. What part of the notifications are broken? Because the answer is almost always all of them. I've personally been having here's the status of your report from an account I reported maybe 2 weeks ago now, just constantly at the bottom.
So the reason why I figured out the reason why on that one, because there's been a lot of anti-Semitism on my feed lately. So you now get an update every time they change the status of the reports. P.S. The report can change at any time, even going from found a violation to not a violation, because you also get an update if they appeal it. I have gotten 5 notifications about the same video because it was not a violation when I reported it.
Yeah, there
2
they
days
are. Talking
later,
about it right
enough
there.
people had tipped it over the scale that they appealed it and found it was found not a violation. And then enough people reported it again, and it was a violation again.
So
The
one of
steps
the
they
other
suggest
pieces
are first, check and make sure that you have notifications turned on in TikTok. Second, check for updates. See if you've got your app updated. Third, check and see if you've got notifications disabled on your phone for the TikTok app. Fourth, just wait, because maybe it'll go away.
Just wait.
Fifth, uninstall and reinstall the app. Sixth, report the bug to TikTok.
Can we have the conversation that just wait and maybe it'll go away also seems to be TikTok's like
Yeah.
entire personality.
If we wait until we push another update, maybe it will fix itself.
If we hold very still, the users will not be able to see it. Like
honestly, yes,
100%.
It's like fucking velociraptor.
Oh my god!
Like if they don't move, we won't get mad at them.
But I mean, it's been going on for years that the notifications sometimes, like the number will still go up on to say like you have an increasing amount of notifications. But if you sit and doom scroll or joy scroll on the app for a long time, when you go to click into it, sometimes it doesn't actually. It won't have refresh. Like weirdly, the count will keep going up and it'll keep letting you know that there's something new, but then your notifications do not refresh correctly. But you can just pull down to refresh it. I do that constantly, and then it shows everything all like scooped up and whatever, and it's interesting. But it's nothing new.
Active.
And that's the real 411.
Yeah, TikTok. That's the real 411. TikTok notifications don't update until you actively tell it to update, which is one of those things that, like, when you load the page, you would assume that's an update. No, it's still, for some reason, I don't understand how it works or why, but I do know that, like, when you like go to your notifications, if you've been in the app, a lot of the time that doesn't trigger it to refresh. You have to manually do it. And other than like, they did it. None of this was supposed to happen. And no one was supposed to be getting this many notifications.
Yeah, I'm sure that they know that like it's an issue, but it's probably at the absolute bottom of the barrel because there are at least 3 workarounds.
Yeah.
In fairness, the entirety of the notification system is and has always been a mess, as TX pointed out in his video earlier today. Like, because you are absolutely correct. Like, they do need to just tell you this person liked X number of videos, or more importantly, like, stop giving me notifications on a comment that I left on someone's thing unless it's a reply.
Oh my god, I so desperately want to be able to disable like notifications on comments left on other people's videos.
Oh my god.
I have a comment on a video right now that is still steadily gaining likes. I think it's at like 10K likes at this point. And I don't care.
I don't care.
Not even a good comment.
I left a comment on my private alt account on a friend's video that got, at the time I deleted it, I think over 1,000 likes. Like most of the notifications I got for that account for a couple months was people liking that or trying to follow that private account because they liked the fucking comment.
No.
It took me so long to figure out that people would occasionally try to follow me because they thought my comment on somebody else's video was hilarious. And I'm like, I know I can be pretty funny sometimes. I mean, broken clock is right twice a day, right? So, but I could not believe, like, I have never, ever, and I don't know if it's just because I'm old or something, but I have never looked at somebody's comment and been like, look at this person who's posted like 5 videos. That's a follow.
Jumping back a bit, though, to something that is not the topic at all, 411 has been in use since the 1930s. And apparently what it did was connected you to the local area operator.
Yes.
So yeah, it was like, it's a slang term for getting information because it's how you would call and get information about the telephone network.
And it used to do just like, or well, for a while, especially like in the 80s, that was how you would get the time and sometimes the weather.
I mostly only knew what that was because they say it in the Parent Trap when Lindsay Lohan is talking to Meredith, and she says, "You want the 411 on my dad?"
I think when the Parent Trap came out, it was already a kind of anachronistic line.
No,
Yeah.
It's
Disney-
like
I mean,
using.
Disney
I mean, like
411
411
still
still
uses that
works. You can still do that. It's just why would you?
It's like
And I
using
think
the
that was already
icon
true by like the early 2000s.
of the save disk for the save icon, even though nobody uses floppy disks
Mhm.
anymore.
Oh yeah, how the children are like,
So
what-
it's
they're like
it's one
that's
of those
the save
things.
symbol, and we're like that's
That
a floppy
story
disk.
about the
What
kid
fuck is
seeing
that?
a floppy disk and saying, "Wow, you've got a real life physical save button."
Because that one always brings back that memory of that person who had the floppy disk that said "Do not erase important information," and they stuck it to the refrigerator with a magnet.
No.
That will always trigger that memory.
Oh my god!
Like, oh god. Okay.
I love it. It's just like how the kids don't know when you say pound, they like don't know what symbol on.
Yeah. At work, I always have to say the pound sign or hashtag because I never know. And because some of the older folks that I talk to on a regular basis, they forgot that it was called the pound sign somehow in like this context. So I have to say both. Ugh. What I wouldn't give for video chat some days too. So I just be like, you know,
this is almost making me miss Clippy.
Clippy.
I mean, I miss Clippy because Clippy was just pure comedy and entertainment for my little ADHD brain. I'm just kind of like, all right, let's type. Hey, bud, how's it going? That's right. I can do it.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, that's it.
Writing
That
an
symbol's
email.
always had like a really contested, like there's never been a cultural agreement on what that symbol is called.
No, not really.
Yeah.
Like even
Well,
like
and
the
it's
very
used
formal
everywhere.
sounding one, Octothorpe, is like was made up as a joke, commenting on the fact that there's not a name for that thing.
Octothorpe.
Especially because if you tilt it, then it becomes a music symbol, and oh man, all bets are off.
It's gone.
Right.
When I was little, I would call it the sharp, and my mom had to let me know it's not called the sharp.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Not with that attitude.
I learned to read music before I learned what the fuck the pound symbol was.
Oh my god, Kelly, you're right. Clippy was a chaos monster.
Classic.
Clippy. Hey, can we talk about this? Can we talk about the article about that TikTok is like looking at VR?
Yeah, I've actually got that one queued up.
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry,
God.
what? I didn't read this one, and I'm already upset.
I have been actively avoiding all things VR for the longest time. Are you serious? Oh no.
Watson, would you care to read the opening paragraph?
What was the Samsung name for those things?
For what things? The VR headsets?
Yeah.
I can't remember anymore.
Or maybe it was Oculus or whatever, but like...
Oh,
because my godmother got a set of those and she went to work because I wasn't available at the time that she got that because she had just upgraded her phone. So she comes to me and she goes, "Hey, my coworker saw my box of these VR things, so I need you to explain to me in like I'm 5, what are these? Because they wanted to take them immediately." And they just kept talking to me, and I had to finally say, "Look, I understand you're excited. I don't know what this is. I don't know how to comprehend. I'll consider giving it to you, but I need to talk to somebody else who understands it first." And I was like, "It's okay, just give it to them because I will never use these. I will never use these."
It's we have them. We use them like 3 whole times, and then it became like, okay, well, we did that.
Yeah, that was an experience.
That was an experience. It
list.
requires a pretty large clear area, and we had an area that was like clear enough, but you would periodically like run into something while you were doing things. The only fun I ever had was there's a drawing program, so you can like create like immersive environments and draw them for yourself. That is cool. That was really, really fun. Everything else was just extremely stressful, and I would get motion sick, so I couldn't really enjoy it at all. So it's less that TikTok is trying to get into VR. It's that ByteDance has acquired a VR company.
Mm-hmm.
Which
So
isn't to say
maximum
they won't-
profit is to just fold it into the already existing tech.
Yeah, well, it's like ByteDance has shown that like their main modus operandi is always going to be like we fold things into TikTok because TikTok is our most successful product. I don't know what it would mean. I don't know what it would mean for anyone or anything. It couldn't be like a main product. It couldn't be like a main experience.
The only potential thing that I can see them doing with it is you could potentially, if you partner with like musicians, you could potentially offer like concert experiences via VR. Which does seem like it would be up the alley of ByteDance in terms of just
Totally.
Yeah.
But that's really the only application I can fathom for it.
Other than trying to be like it's a back burner situation that if they help get onto the forefront of it, then they can like sell it for $1 billion or whatever,
Yeah.
trillion or quintillion or whatever they're up to by that time.
New concept. Now that I'm like deeply into talking about the concept of hyperreality and the Kardashians, the D'Amelio's new reality show will only be presented via TikTok VR. You will have to experience it that way. It would up the level of the hyperreal. Like it would. I'm just saying.
I can't. The only thing that I've ever used VR for was to play horror games, and quite frankly, that was just creating more nightmares for myself. Like.
All right, so this article on The Verge might help us a little bit. It says that TikTok is testing augmented reality developer tools. TikTok is testing an experimental set of developer tools that might one day let creators build augmented reality effects for the popular app. The platform is called TikTok Effects Studio and is currently in private beta, according to a report from TechCrunch. TikTok told the publication that Effects Studio is simply an experiment at this stage and may not make it to full launch. So augmented reality is less terrifying than virtual reality. Like, for TikTok, there are already augmented reality filters.
There's a ton.
They're just not that interesting.
Or they're, mildly problematic at best.
Yes.
The thing that, like, I mean, doesn't Snapchat have essentially this?
Yeah.
Available. You can make your own Snap filter. Same with Instagram. You can make your own Instagram filters. Those can be an augmented reality filter. So it's like this. So okay. So that is less like wild. The problem is if TikTok opens this up to the general public, if anyone is allowed to do this, how quickly are they going to have like augmented reality filters that just like flash TikTok sucks in the background of wherever you are, like in the style, like that's.
See, that's not even the thing I'm worried about.
I mean, am I worried about people making blackface filters? Yeah.
There we go.
My brain immediately went there. That's going to happen. I don't know how much TikTok would care.
Oh, I can tell you right now, they wouldn't, because TikTok already makes and approves similar filters.
Yeah.
Like the if I were a rich man trend that was going around, like whoever greenlit that filter is fucking stupid. Like that person didn't think for. There was another filter that like made you a fat person, and that one's still going around right now, and it's just a full-on body check, and it's like, okay, so you don't have a single plus size person working at TikTok who looked at that and said, hey guys, this is like super destructive for people who have EDs, but also for like, I don't know, people who actually look like that.
I mean, let's be real. If there are people who could represent marginalized voices at TikTok, they are not encouraged to say things to their superiors.
They absolutely are not.
Of course not, because people are the problem. Nothing about the app is the problem. The people complaining are the problem.
But what I'm saying is eventually, because there is such an adversarial relationship with the platform, on the platform, that I know somebody would eventually make some filter that made TikTok mad enough to shut access to it down.
Yeah.
And I just don't know how quickly that would break down. Feels like it would break down very quickly. Anytime TikTok tries something new, we all find the loopholes and the problems with it within the hour. Like with the new voice, and we found out how to break her within the hour of like launching that fucking voice. People were like, hey, if you type enough H's, that bitch sounds drunk. Like, what's wrong with
human nature? It's
Do you guys
human
remember,
nature.
like-
Everybody wants to test boundaries.
So the thing about that effect is it took 23 H's, less than 23, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the many TikToks of people saying, here, I've tried it with 15 H's. That's clearly enough, and it didn't work. They fixed it.
Yes, I did.
Those are frustrating.
Those were very frustrating because you had to say like, no, it is precisely 23 H's. And you had to be that guy in the comments being like, no, I only counted 15 H's.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not under any circumstances clarify things for those.
No, I could not let it go because listen, I needed everyone to know that she's still not fixed.
And it's like, we're not going to have the conversation here, but it's like, that is a fun primer on how misinformation can spread like wildfire and permanently off of the stupidest, tiniest little like urban legend, and it's just gone.
I was thinking about this when we were talking about augmented reality. I think that I'm remembering this correctly. You know the one where you could like doodle in different style brushes with your finger, and it would like be persistent in space. And there was that one that was like neon with the chrome core.
Yeah.
And if you got really, really close to it, you could see like a place.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
and
still
there were people saying that
that's where you die.
The filter would show you where you'd die.
Yeah. Yeah.
They've come across, there's another filter now too where it will just do like a random backdrop instead.
Yeah.
And it's that same urban legend
I've heard
all
that
over
same
again.
name.
I ran across it.
I got the
times
same
past
bridge as the
couple weeks.
person
I was
who
like,
I copied the video from. So unless we're all doing like a trip out there to tempt death,
we're not all gonna jump off the same bridge, guys. We're gonna jump off different bridges.
Oh, when I grew up, that's what everybody said you're gonna do. You're gonna jump off a bridge because everybody else did, and now we've got a bridge to jump off of.
But
if my friends are doing it,
the images are
I'm not gonna be
symbolic.
the
What the
person who
bridge
does
picture
it.
means is that you're going to be murdered by Jeff Bridges.
Oh, okay. Finally, a fucking answer.
Anyway, the thing with the Chrome, there is just like a standard wraparound image of a warehouse that is always used for reflections in every digital art object that has reflections. And that's what it was. That was the place that was.
Of course it was.
That it was showing. Because I saw that, and so I tried it, and I was like, hey, I recognize that place from Fusion 360. It's the same place you see when you zoom in too close on glass.
I like that we are having this conversation right now because it is adding to my thoughts about Mothman, and I'm having a great time with that.
This was making me think about Mothman too, and then somehow that brought me to the Jelly Bean in Chicago.
The bean. I'm sorry. It's not the jelly bean.
It is.
I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. It is either the bean if you want to piss off Anish Kapoor, which we always
we do.
Anish Kapoor, and if you are the one person who wants to be Anish Kapoor's friend, first of all, fuck you. But secondly, Cloudgate.
I'm never calling it anything but the Jelly Bean again.
The jelly bean. The jelly bean.
It's my family thing to call it the jelly bean
Listen,
because it is
I've
jelly
worked-
bean flavored or flavored. It's jelly
Listen,
bean
if I can
flavored.
simultaneously piss off Anish Kapoor and people who
No.
are pretentious about how you piss off Anish Kapoor,
I have
I'm
not
here
tasted
for
the
it.
bean, I
I'm
promise
family.
You
you.
need to go back because when you approach the bean and obviously put your mouth upon the bean, as one does, it is jelly bean flavor.
That's what it
Argent
was.
knows. Argent has let us know this evening that it's jelly bean flavor.
Kapoor put a lot of work into getting that.
Strong Chicago DNA, and I mean strong Chicago DNA.
That is
Ah!
that's COVID-21. That's how you get it. That's where it is. It's just on the surface of the bean. How many sticky child hands have touched
Yeah,
that?
I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so many.
I mean, because when it was built, we went and visited it for, when it was really exciting still to visit it. And I'm just kind of like, yay.
My
we
favorite
done?
thing is that everyone in Chicago fucking hates it.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's an
Yeah.
eyesore. It's
Yeah.
an
It's very
absolute
ugly.
eyesore, and I would
Yeah.
ignore it if it weren't in my favorite place in the entire world.
Yes.
Because I've been telling my
Well-
mother since I was like 5 or 6 that I was going to be homeless in Millennium Park, and I'd be fine with that. Like that's where I was going to live my life. Because I wanted to sleep either under the bean or next to the lions in front of the Art Institute.
Yeah. Totally.
Like, that was going to be
Oh,
my life.
God.
I feel like I don't know that this is the case, but I feel like if it were raining and you tried to like get shelter under the bean, it would just like concentrate all of the water back down onto the point where you're sleeping.
It does not. I have run this experiment for you.
The drainage or whatever, right?
Yeah, it has drainage, but also because of the shape, the water only comes in about 4 feet, and there's like a good 12 to 15 feet of dry space.
Okay.
I've
It's
taken
whack.
many a nap.
You can camp under the bean, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
If you take a nap,
Well, you
though,
won't
and then
drown
wake
under
up,
it,
you
that's
will
all.
be very disoriented.
They keep it waxed.
They-
It's in fact flavored wax. That's how they accomplish the jelly
That's,
flavor.
that's why it tastes like a jelly bean.
Yeah.
The whole
Like
thing is
the wax
covered in
that they come
flavored
up
lube.
inside of jelly beans.
This is reminding me also how I almost once crashed my car because of jelly beans
Do it.
and gummy bears. But I don't know if that's a story for today.
Are you gonna move over?
Oh.
What do you think? Please don't put your paws on my pillows. Your
Hey,
feet
if
are
you all are
important.
enjoying this conversation and want more information and resources, and you haven't already, you should check out our Discord. Also, if you want to be part of the many people who help to fund the projects that we do, including data collection and other awesome creator tools, we have a Patreon with many different tiers, and that helps us do this.
You did that so good. That was the delivery was very natural and not at all robotic. We are getting so good at plugging. It's like we are so bad at plugging ourselves. But
How about that subject change?
How about that subject change?
No, it is 8:58, and we haven't talked about it yet.
I know. So
Uh-oh.
this is, we actually did sit down and do a bunch of data collection today. Thank you, Micah. So if you have been banned, know anyone that's been banned, we do have in our Discord, if you join our Discord, we've got a form that you can fill out. It goes to an Airtable that we have that we're using to track all of this. We're up to 180 reports. 181 reports. And I have a couple that I need to go manually enter. And I know a bunch of people who are probably like, oh yeah, right. I meant to do those like 1 or 2. So I might send them a message tonight. But this is the bans are ongoing. They continue to be extremely pointed and targeted.
Yes.
And genuinely, if you see anyone just sort of making one of those videos saying like, I'm banned, here's my side account.
We are also, it is not just account bans. We are also tracking comment bans in that same form, and post bans. So even if they are short-term bans, we are collecting that information as well, because especially if that rolls into a rolling ban, it's good to know.
It's good to know.
Which also, I personally would like to mention one thing too, because Mike D's live got banned, and this Poor man thought it was banned for 3 months because they write the dates as day, month, year instead of month, day, year. So he saw I'm banned until 12/9/2021, and this is utter bullshit. And I said, "You're right, and you're wrong. It's only a week. Trust me."
You're on a week-long ban.
We are also tracking live ban.
Any kind of
Yeah,
ban.
no, yep, I entered that too.
Thank you. Put it in the form.
Yep.
And with that, it is 9 o'clock. We could
Thank Bill
end
so
the
much for
stream.
coming.
Thank you. Hi. Thank you.
It's been a good night. We got through a handful of stories.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.